drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Milroe.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Timeout, Georgia.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Quick strike complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
To the air, it's Milroe. Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And on 3rd down, they find a way to get the ball to the back end space and move the chain.
And that's a play the defender would like to have back. They like to think that they can cover running backs on these types of angle routes, but they're just not good enough on the coverage, and that allowed the offense to convert that 3rd down.
Now on the move. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Alabama quickly back to the line. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
With the game scoreless.
First down to start the drive after the break.
White 94, blue 22. Blue 22.
Quarterback checking off. He's gonna pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Now on second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Man, these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines, didn't get nervous at all.
The aerial assault continues. Fires one high and deep. And he makes the catch at the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone.
White 53. White 53.
Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw, it's back. He lofts one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Bell. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Offense in a bunch formation. He's looking for a man on second down. Coming after him. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Etienne. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? Alabama pushing the tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To throw, it's Milroe. Looking deep down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. By the DB, securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. He's looking to throw it. Buying some time. Fires on the move. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Etienne. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Back to pass, it's back. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Skips away from pressure. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle, it's Etienne. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Beck. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run, and he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And the Dogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making a big tackle in the open field.
He's got the tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they take an 8-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Looking to the big tight end. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have... just right with a big play coming. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Alabama quickly back to the line. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the first. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's the end of the third